is always tough.
2001년 이곳은 미국 3대 일간지 중 하나로 꼽히는 보스턴 글로브입니다. 영향력 있는 이 신문사에 마틴 베런이 새롭게 국장으로 부임하면서 영화의 이야기가 본격적으로 시작됩니다.
Part with his money at the poker table. The corner office sits empty. The new editor arrives on Monday.
Morning, everyone. Let's get started. Do you want to say something, Marty?
Hello. As most of you know by now, my name is Marty Barron. I'm delighted to be here.
베런 신임 국장은 첫 출근부터 가톨릭 사제 개옥원이 다수의 아동을 성추행했으며 무려 15년 전에 이 사실을 추기경이 이미 알고도 묵인했음을 지적합니다. 그는 반드시 이 사건을 심층적으로 보도해야 한다고 강조합니다.
Abused 80 kids. We have a lawyer who says he can prove Law knew about it, and we've written all of 2 stories in the last 6 months. This strikes me as an essential story to a local paper. I think at the very least, we have to go through those documents.
You want to sue the church?
Technically, we wouldn't sue the church. We'd file a motion to lift the seal on those documents.
첫날부터 직장 상사를 욕하는 그들.
Gonna play down front.
How'd it go?
Well, Barron wants to sue for the sealed dogs in the Gagin case.
바로 호출당하는데요.
Okay.
Judging from what I've read, it doesn't seem like we've done a very thorough investigation into the Gagin case.
베런 국장은 이 중대한 의혹 취재를 내부 탐사보도팀이 스포트라이트 팀에게 맡기기로 결정했고 스포트라이트 팀도 이에 응하며 본격적인 취재에 착수합니다.
Would you consider picking this one?
스포트라이트 팀은 팀장 로비를 중심으로 마이크, 사샤, 맥까지 4명으로 구성된 부정부패와 사회적 비리를 심층적으로 취재하는 보스턴 글로브의 핵심 탐사팀입니다.
You don't want to talk. No, Dan, I'm not mad. I'm hungry. New boss coming in to make some cuts?
I have no idea.
사실 이 사건은 언론인들 사이에서 완전히 모르는 사안은 아니었습니다. 하지만 당시 교회의 영향력은 대단했고 보스턴 글로브 독자 절반 이상이 가톨릭 신자였기 때문에 언론 입장에서도 함부로 다루기 어려운 민감한 문제였습니다. 그럼에도 불구하고 베런 국장은 이 사건을 제대로 파헤치기 위해 법원에 미공개 문서를 요청하는 등 적극적으로 움직이며 스포트라이트 팀을 지원했습니다.
They already have. So, set up for next week.
I wouldn't mention this.
스포트라이트 팀은 우선 가톨릭 피해자 측 변호사 미첼 게러비디언과 과거 교회 측을 변호해온 에릭 맥클리시를 각각 찾아가 정보를 모은 데 착수합니다.
The famous Walter Robinson in my conference room. So how can I help you guys?
You're familiar with the Gagin case?
So, this is what you need to understand. These are shitty cases. Statute of limitations is only 3 years, and most of these victims don't come forward till long after that.
Why is that?
Well, they're kids, guilt, shame.
두 변호사는 전혀 다른 입장을 보입니다. 맥클리시는 추기경이 사건을 묵인했다는 증거는 없고 게러비디언이 피해자 합의금을 올리기 위해 가장하는 것뿐이라고 주장합니다.
The press, then he's really...
That's right, and he has a long road ahead of him. My guess is he doesn't have anything on law.
What, you think he's bluffing, or?
I think he's grandstanding to cut a better deal.
So I'm trying to get some background.
반면 게러비디언은 오랜 시간 가톨릭 사제들의 아동 성추행 사건을 세상에 알리려 노력해온 인물로 교회로부터 보이지 않는 압력을 계속 받아왔습니다.
Did you know that they tried to bring me up before the Massachusetts Board of Bar Overseers 3 times? They're watching me very closely.
The church?
Yeah, the church. Yeah. They'd like to get me disbarred. In fact, put that away.
But also know there's a story here, and I think it's an important story. Look, Mr. Garabedian, I know there's things you cannot tell me. If we cover this story, everybody will hear about it.
The church thinks in centuries, Mr. Resendez. Do you think your paper has the resources to take that on?
Yeah, I do. But if you don't mind me asking, do you?
I can't talk to you right now, Mr. Resendez. I'm very, very busy.
마이크는 게러비디언을 끝까지 설득해 마침내 실제 피해자들과 만날 수 있는 자리를 마련해달라고 요청합니다.
Call me tomorrow. I gotta think
Thank
about
you.
it. Yep.
Thanks.
Yep.
clips from the library?
Leave them right there.
스포트라이트 팀은 취재를 이어가며 과거 또 다른 아동 성추행 사건과 그 변호를 맡았던 인물이 설리반이라는 사실을 알아냅니다.
Don't you know Jim Sullivan?
Yeah, why?
Looks like the church brought him in to help out.
How's that new editor working out?
Well, he doesn't like baseball.
Yeah, I read an article about him. Said he's the first Jewish editor of the Globe. He got a family, this guy?
No, he is not married.
짐 설리반은 로비의 오랜 친구이기도 하여 로비는 사적으로 짐을 만나 자연스럽게 과거 사건에 대해 질문을 던집니다.
Barrett said you were involved with that.
Lake Street asked for help. I pitched in. You know I can't talk about the case, Robbie.
하지만 짐은 구체적인 진술을 피하고
All right.
This related to a lawsuit?
You know about that?
Look, I don't know this guy Barron or what.
오히려 교회를 건드린 일은 위험할 수 있다며 조심스럽게 말을 피합니다. 한편 스포트라이트 팀의 조사가 이어진 와중에 국장 베런은 관례상 보스턴의 추기경과 공식적으로 인사를 나누게 됩니다.
I used to sit in on the lectures with the Neiman fellows when I was at Harvard. I think you'll find that Boston's still a small town, too.
추기경은 도시 발전을 위해 대형 기관들 간의 협력이 필요하다고 하지만
Be of any help, Marty. Don't hesitate to ask. I find that this city flourishes when its great institutions work together.
Thank you. Personally,
베런은 이러한 부탁을 명확히 거절합니다.
really needs to stand alone.
A little gift, Marty.
스포트라이트 팀은 취재 과정에서 사건 피해자들이 단체를 이루었다는 사실을 알게 되고 단체 대표인 필 사비아노를 만나 중요한 이야기를 듣습니다.
Of my organization, SNAP.
How many members are in your organization, Phil?
We had 11.
필 사비아노는 피해자들이 남성 여성 구분 없이 성추행을 당했으며 자신이 알고 있는 가해 사제만 해도 13명에 달한다고 증언합니다.
Boys and girls. And I was preyed upon by Father David Hawley in Worcester. When you're a poor kid from a poor family, religion counts for a lot. He asks you to collect the hymnals or take out the trash, you feel special. It's like God. But now you got a secret together. So you go along. Until one day he asks you to jerk him off or give him a blowjob. And so you go along with that too. How do you say no to God, right? Then when a priest does this to you, he robs you of your faith. Or if those don't work, you jump off a bridge. That's why we call ourselves survivors. This is big. This is not just Boston. This is a whole country. It's the whole world. How else could they have hidden it for so long? So many what? Priests! I know of 13 right here in Boston.
You know 13 priests in Boston who have molested children.
Yeah, why do you keep repeating everything I say?
생각보다 훨씬 많은 사제들이 연루되어 있다는 사실을 인지한 스포트라이트 팀은 실제 피해자들을 만나 그들이 어린 시절 겪었던 구체적이고 충격적인 상황을 듣게 됩니다.
Listen, Mitchell, I'm not supposed to tell you this, but I'm digging around for Spotlight. You gotta let me talk to some of these victims, please.
Come back tomorrow at 9:30 a.m.
Thank you.
드디어 피해자를 만나게 된 마이크.
Go ahead with your notes.
Okay, so, how old were you when it happened?
I was 12. Just after my dad killed himself.
When did you first meet Kagan?
Well, my sister, she saw him over in the Dunkin' Donuts. Tells him about my old man passing, and he rushed right over. Kagan shows up, and my mom, you know, she's thrilled. And this was like God showing up, you know?
Sure, right. So what happened then?
You really want to hear this shit?
Yeah, Patrick, I do.
피해자는 어떻게 피해를 당하게 됐는지 힘겹게 말을 합니다.
He starts patting my leg, and his hand just slides right up, and he grabs my dick. You know, I just froze up. I was fucking petrified. I couldn't move. I didn't know what to do. I was just a little kid. You know, I never even touched my ice cream. It just melted down my arm.
Did you see him again after that?
Yeah.
All right, that's good. Let's stop there for now.
You can use my name if you want.
Thanks, Patrick.
Don't thank me. Just get these assholes, will you?
He's one of the lucky ones. He's still alive.
어디론가 가는 사샤.
Miss Pfeiffer?
Joe. Hi.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, that's okay.
Sorry.
No
Please
problem.
sit.
Thank you.
피해자 조는 사샤 기자에게 자신의 아픈 기억을 꺼내 구체적인 사건의 정황을 증언합니다.
First visit, Joe.
Well, he was very nice at first. Very funny, very casual. So he said, you know what'll help is if we play Strapoka. He molested me.
We can't sanitize this. Just saying molest isn't enough. People need to know what actually happened.
He said it was a way to make me more comfortable with my body. Well, he took off his clothes and he said,
신부들은 피해자들의 연약함과 자기의 직업을 이용해 성적 학대를 해왔습니다.
I know what you must be thinking. Like, why would I ever do that to some creepy guy who's 30 years older than me? But what we have to understand is that this is the first time in my life that someone told me that. It really messed me up. I'm sober now, but that was the beginning of it all. To be introduced to sex like that, and then to be attracted to men. I'm sorry. I knew I was gonna do this.
Joe, did you ever try and tell anyone?
Like a priest. Hello.
Hi, Joe. It's Sasha Pfeiffer.
Hi, Sasha. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. You talked to Phil Salviano about all of this, right? And did Phil ever suggest you do anything about it?
I mean, a couple of them had gone to a lawyer, but I didn't think it was worth it.
Why not?
And he said he could only get me a small settlement, so...
Who said that?
The lawyer told me that.
Do you remember his name? The lawyer?
The guy was...
사샤는 피해자 조와 통화하다가 맥클리시의 수상한 점을 파악하게 되는데요.
Robbie,
Hi, it's me.
looks like Father Shanley could be our fourth priest.
Yeah, I think he is. He said McLeish dealt with a number of these cases.
Guess he forgot to mention that.
Yeah. I'll see if I can find any cases he settled against the church.
Yeah, I'm late for dinner. You want to walk me out?
Sure.
Where are we in Gagan?
Hey, I want to expand the investigation.
Why?
We got a fourth priest. It might be as many as 13.
You want to elaborate on that?
No, not really. It just feels like this thing's stacking up.
맷은 자료를 조사하다가 과거 명부를 볼 수 있는 곳을 알아냅니다.
These go back any further than 98?
Oh, yeah, going back to the 80s in the Mez. Beyond that, you gotta go to the BPL.
The mess, huh? Thanks, Lisa.
You bet.
Hello?
Mr. Resendez?
Yeah, who's this?
It's Richard Sipe.
Thanks for calling. Look, Phil Saviano gave me your name. So Phil told me that you were working at one of the church's treatment centers in Baltimore?
Yes, the Seton Psychiatric.
그러던 중 팀은 30년간 가톨릭 신부들의 성추행 사건을 연구한 전직 사제이자 심리 연구가인 리처드 사이프를 알게 되고 통화에서 신부들의 범죄가 생각보다 훨씬 광범위하다는 사실을 파악합니다.
But it's a much bigger problem than that.
How much bigger, Richard?
Well, based on the research, I would classify it as a recognizable psychiatric phenomenon.
He said they all target the same kind of kid. Low-income families, absentee fathers, broken homes. So a guy like Gagan goes after boys not because he prefers them, but because they have more shame, less likely to talk. I mean, these guys are predators, Robbie. I talked to Sipe. He said he's seen dozens of them in his 60s in Seton.
Why didn't he go public?
He did, but the church made a huge effort to discredit him. It's just like Saviano said, and Garabedian.
You getting anywhere with him?
More victims.
More victims. You can't empty his pocket.
I'll get to him.
You gotta get him.
I'll get him.
What have you got?
Church directories. It's every priest in Massachusetts, what parish they're assigned to.
Look, 1983. John Gagan, St. Brendan's Parish, Dorchester. So we can find out where any priest is at any given year?
Yeah, I got him here at 1980, the year Gagan was pulled from JP. It says he's on sick leave.
Where is 1991? 1991.
팀은 신부와 소속 교구가 모두 기록된 공식 명부를 조사하던 중 범행이 드러난 신부들이 해고가 아닌 병가 처리로 은폐되고 있었음을 밝혀냅니다.
Piano gave us. Robbie.
Something's not right here. Yeah, we need to go talk to McLeish.
아울러 신부들과 피해자 간의 합의 사실이 법원 공식 기록에는 남아있지 않다는 점도 발견하고 과거 합의를 맡았던 변호사 맥클리시를 다시 찾아갑니다.
Father Shanley?
Yeah, how about Father Ronald Paquin?
Well, I can't discuss that with you either. Come on, guys.
We understand you've settled several cases against each of them.
Even if I'd been involved in those cases, the settlements would be confidential. Look, I told you guys these are tough cases. Most of these folks, they just want some acknowledgement of what happened. We got them a sit down with the bishop and a little dough, and that's the best they could hope for.
Well, certainly the best the priest could hope for.
No, the church promised to take the priests out of circulation.
Yeah, did you follow up on that?
Why aren't there any records? I was down at the courthouse earlier. There aren't any records of any of these settlements.
We dealt directly with the church.
You never filed anything in court?
It's a private mediation.
So, this is just you and the archdiocese lawyers in a room?
Correct.
So this was all under the table?
There's no paper trail at all. The victim has to sign a confidentiality agreement to get the settlement. The lawyer takes a third, and the church sweeps it under the rug.
McLeish has got a duty to the client to get the best deal he can.
Sure, but how many victims do you represent and profit from before you say something?
Garabedian would say none. I mean, that's why he's taking these cases to court, because he wants people to know about this.
I mean, operating the way McLeish has all but guarantees that the abuse stays under wraps. Phil's put me in touch with some of the other victims. I'm pretty confident all of his priests are going to check out.
So it is 13 priests?
Yeah.
Looks that way.
Okay, keep going.
실마리가 꼬리에 꼬리를 무는 상황에서 리처드 사이퍼와의 또 다른 통화에서 충격적인 정보를 접합니다.
Celibacy requirement. That was my first major finding. Only 50% of the clergy are celibate. But the fact remains that this creates a culture of secrecy that tolerates and even protects pedophiles. Tom Doyle, the secretary canonist for the papal nuncio, co-authored a report warning pedophile priests were a billion-dollar liability.
Who saw that report? Anyone from the Catholic hierarchy?
Sure. Doyle tried to introduce the report at the National Conference of Catholic Bishops. In fact, Cardinal Law initially helped to fund the report, but then he backed out and they shelved it.
We think we have 13 priests in Boston that fit this pattern, which would be a very big story. Does that sound right to you in terms of scale?
No, not really, Robbie. Sounds loaded.
보스턴 시내에서만 아동 성범죄를 저지른 신부가 무려 90명에 이른다는 사실이 드러납니다.
Wait, 90 priests?
Is that possible?
From a metric standpoint, yes. That would certainly be in line with my findings.
스포트라이트 팀은 범행 신부의 수가 예상보다 훨씬 많다는 점을 바탕으로 병가나 미발령, 전출이 잦은 신부들을 중심으로 가톨릭 공식 명부를 역추적해 의심 명단을 만들기 시작합니다.
Designation. You know, we look for any priest on sick leave or unassigned.
Right, who've been moved around a lot.
Yeah.
It's gonna take a load of work.
Well, not if we're all on it.
You too?
Library's closing.
며칠간의 집요한 조사 끝에 아동 성범죄가 강하게 의심되는 보스턴 신부 87명의 명단을 완성합니다.
Robbie, call McLeish. I want to talk to him.
You know what? I'll catch up with you, okay?
Okay.
Hey, guys, I'm really sorry. I don't have any time to talk right now, but if you call my
We
assistant...
have reason to believe that there are allegations against as many as 87 priests in Boston.
Eric, how many priests did you settle? You're going to give me the names and the names of their victims. We've got two stories here. We've got a story about degenerate clergy, and we've got a story about a bunch of lawyers turning child abuse into a cottage industry.
I already sent you a list of names.
What are you talking about? To whom?
The Globe, years ago. After the Porter case, I got plenty of calls. I had 20 priests in Boston alone, but I couldn't go after them without the press. So I sent you guys a list of names, and you buried it.
The night about how law called down the power of God when we reported on Porter. But I checked the clips, and Porter isn't even in the Boston Archdiocese. He's from Fall River, so why the extreme reaction?
Law had to know. That's why he had the reaction. Because he knew there were others.
I think that's the bigger story.
bigger than 50 priests?
If it came from the top down, yes.
Are you telling me that if we run a store with 50 pedophile priests in Boston...
Mike, we'll get into the same cat.
그동안의 취재 내용을 보고받은 국장 베로는 단순히 다수 신부의 범죄만이 중요한 것이 아니라 교회가 이 사실을 조직적으로 묵인하고 체계적으로 은폐했음을 밝혀야 한다고 강조합니다.
The church manipulated the system so these...
즉 몇몇 신부들의 일탈이 아니라 교회 전체의 구조적 문제를 파헤쳐야 다시는 이런 참사가 반복되지 않음을 역설합니다.
Make a list of all the victims we have. Start reaching out.
I'm Sasha Pfeiffer from the Boston Globe.
Yeah, what do you want?
I'd like to speak with Thomas Kennedy.
He doesn't live here anymore.
Do you know where he lives? Sir, I'd just like to ask a few... Anything else you can recall?
No.
No, but I got a cousin in Quincy. She saw him on the street a few years later.
No.
The bishop came over the house. He said nothing like this had ever happened before, and they asked us not to press charges.
I swear to God, I'll get the shit out of you, all right? You leave me alone, you leave my brother alone, you hear me, goddammit?
Your father, Paquin?
Yes, that's right.
They told us you molested them, is that true?
Sure, I fooled around her, but I never felt gratified myself. As I said, I never got any pleasure from it. That's important to understand. I want to be clear. I never raped anyone.
You don't know the half of it. Trust me.
며칠 뒤 게러비디언과 대화하던 마이크는 게러비디언이 스포트라이트 팀이 열람 소송 중인 비공개 문서를 공개로 전환시킬 수 있고 실제로 이를 시도할 계획임을 알게 됩니다.
Okay? So he's bald, all right? Tells the bishop about it. The bishop threatens to reassign him to South America. Jesus. All right? So he feels guilty. He calls me.
So you have testimony of a priest telling the superiors about Gagin in 62?
About a priest who warned church officials about Gagin.
Benzovich went to the press?
Yeah. Yeah. Local paper, Patriot Ledger. Nobody saw it. But now I got Benzovich on record. So I file a motion to depose Benzovich a second time. All right? And Wilson Rogers, that smug son of a bitch, he files a motion opposing my motion. Rogers opposes my motion. So I have to make an argument as to why I'm allowed to depose Father Benzovich a second time. Okay? But this time, I'm allowed to attach exhibits.
The sealed documents?
Yes. I can attach the sealed documents that I've gotten in discovery, Mr. Resendez. The same documents that your paper is currently suing. So I pull out the 14 most damning docs and I attach them to my motion. And they prove everything. Everything. About the church, about the bishops, about law.
And it's all public.
중요하던 때에 미국의 9.11 테러가 일어나게 되고 취재는 잠시 중단됩니다.
I want to talk to him when he's back. Did Resendez find a way to get to Florida yet?
They just opened the airport in Providence. He's on his way there now.
Then I'm gonna need more people on Massport.
I'll give you 3 of my guys. Robbie, put your team on that too.
Got it?
And Robbie, everything else stops.
Understood.
I've got a lot of victim interviews set up this week.
You're gonna have to cancel them.
This is nuts. 2 days ago, I told my wife we ought to be working the biggest story on the planet.
Boston Globe.
그런데 이러한 비공개 문서가 공개로 바뀌면 다른 언론사도 쉽게 볼 수 있게 되고 자칫 다른 언론이 불완전한 기사로 먼저 보도할 경우 교회 측이 사건을 다시 은폐할 수 있기 때문에 스포트라이트 팀으로서는 결코 반가운 상황이 아닙니다.
Oh, hey, Mitch, please. All I need is a few more weeks. Mitch! Shit!
What's up?
Mitch Garabedian called me today. He refiled the docs.
What? Robbie, those docs are public.
Just
결국 문서는 공개되고 마이크는 초조한 마음으로 즉시 문서를 확인하러 달려갑니다.
Hey, I need to get in there. We're closed. Come on, let me in. 5 minutes.
I'm sorry, we're closed.
Come on. 5 minutes.
This is the Gagin case?
That's right.
Those records are sealed.
No, that's a public motion. Those records are public.
Take me to the Boston Globe on Morrissey Boulevard.
Robbie, it's incredible.
공개된 문서 안에는 로 추기경에게 보내진 피해자 보호자의 실제 편지가 포함되어 있었고 이는 추기경이 사건을 이미 알고도 묵인했다는 결정적 증거 중 하나였습니다.
Family who have been violated. 7, Robbie. It was suggested we keep silent. We did not question the authority of the church 2 years ago, but since Father Gagin is still in his parish, But she sent it to Law, and Law did shit. Here's another one to Law, same year. A word on the recent assignment to Father Gagan as an associate at St. Julia's in Weston. Father Gagan has a history of homosexual involvement with young boys. I understand his recent departure from St. Brendan's may be related to this problem. I wonder if Father Gagan should not be reduced to just weekend work while receiving some kind of therapy. Sincerely yours in our Lord, Most Reverend John M. Darcy. We got him. You can't read these letters and think anything else. It's proof.
마이크는 이제 즉시 기사를 내야 한다고 주장하지만 팀장 로비는 더 확실한 결정적 증거를 확보할 때까지 잠시 보류하자고 설득합니다.
If we don't rush to print, somebody else is going to find these letters and butcher the story. Joe Quimby from the Herald was at the freaking courthouse.
So we'll write a holding story and we'll keep our eye on the Herald.
Keep our eye on the Herald. They run this and they get it wrong. The church will bury it. What? Why are we hesitating? Let's take it up to Ben. Let him decide.
We'll take it to Ben when I say it's time.
It's time, Robbie. It's time. They knew and they let it happen. 2 kids. It could have been you. It could have been me. It could have been any of us. We gotta nail these scumbags. We gotta show people that nobody can get away with this. Not a priest or a cardinal or a freaking pope.
You finished?
This is bullshit.
When did you,
A couple of weeks ago.
These are substantial.
I need more time. I want to keep digging.
For what? This is the goddamn story.
Agreed. But we run these letters alone. Law apologizes, says it's a one-time thing. He can bury it. Look, I'm close to stories on 70 priests. We nail that.
아동 성추행에 연루된 70명의 신부에 대한 교회 내부자의 결정적 증언이 필요했고 로비의 요청에 따라 베런 국장도 조금 더 기다린 쪽을 택합니다.
Someone from the other side of the aisle.
Somebody inside the church?
Deep background, but he's a solid source.
We could run it just after New Year's, before they release the rest of the documents.
All right. Got 6 weeks.
Thank you.
I don't know why I got so pissed off. You know, I think Robbie's wrong.
I stopped going to church with my Nana.
Really pisses me off.
I actually really liked going to church when I was a little kid. I would actually go back. And I'd read those letters, and something just cracked. It's a shitty feeling.
스포트라이트 팀은 결정적 순간을 기다리며 완성도 높은 기사를 준비합니다.
Robbie, what a nice surprise. Hey, hon. Look who I found outside.
Karen, can you give us a minute?
로비는 과거 사건의 모든 내막을 잘 아는 친구이자 변호사인 짐에게 찾아가 70명의 신부가 모두 가해자라는 사실을 공식적으로 확인해달라고 요청하지만 처음에는 단호히 거절당합니다.
Everybody knew something was going on, and no one did a thing. We got to put an end to it.
Yeah, I helped defend these scumbags, but that's my job, Robbie. I was doing my job. Get out of my house.
Hey!
그러나 곧 마음이 바뀐 짐은 로비가 가져온 신부 명단이 실제 가해자들의 리스트라는 사실을 증언해줍니다.
We all knew something was going on. So where were you? What took you so long?
I don't know, Jim.
Give me the list.
How are we coming on the follow story?
Well, we've nailed down multiple stories on 70 priests.
All 70. Robbie, that source of yours, is this something we could revisit?
It might be tough.
But he has no problem helping the church protect dozens of dirty priests. Guy's a scumbag.
He's a lawyer. He's doing his job.
He's a shill for the church.
What about us? We had all the pieces. We had the directories in the basement.
You know what? We got it now.
Robbie,
The story needed spotlight.
과거 맥컬리시가 제보했을 때 그냥 넘겼던 사람은 다름 아닌 바로 팀장 로비였습니다. 고의가 아니더라도 로비는 죄책감을 느끼고 있었습니다.
That was me. I just taken over. I don't remember it at all.
Can I say something here? Sometimes it's easy to forget that we spend most of our time stumbling around the dark.
베로는 그들의 중심을 잡아주고 그들을 위로해줍니다.
All of you have done some very good reporting here. Reporting that I believe is going to have an immediate and considerable impact on our readers. For me, this kind of story is why we do this.
마침내 모든 준비를 마친 스포트라이트 팀은 오랜 취재 끝에 확보한 방대한 증거와 교회 조직의 본질적 문제를 낱낱이 밝히는 기사를 내보냅니다.
You do know it's Sunday, right?
Couldn't get a tea time. No picketers.
Yeah. Probably still at church.
Hey, Linda. It's quiet, huh?
Yeah, easiest overtime I ever made. Phone hasn't rung once.
다음날 아침 보스턴 글로브가 아닌 스포트라이트 팀 사무실에는 그동안 침묵 속에 지내던 수많은 피해자의 제보 전화가 쏟아지며 영화는 진실의 힘을 남기고 마무리됩니다.
Okay. Yep. Send him over. Spotlight, can I help? Phones have been ringing all morning. That's right.
Thank you.
Spotlight.
Mike, can you grab that?
Yeah.
I'm sorry to make you wait.
Session factor. I'm sorry.
Yes, you can reach me here at extension 224.
This is Spotlight.
Spotlight.
진실은 종종 우리가 외면하고 싶은 곳에 있습니다. 때로는 우리가 가장 믿고 의지하는 기관 안에, 때로는 우리 자신의 침묵 속에 숨어 있죠. 스포트라이트는 그런 불편한 진실을 마주하는 용기에 관한 이야기입니다. 이 영화가 특별한 이유는 화려한 액션이나 극적인 반전이 아니라 묵묵히 진실을 향해 나아가는 기자들의 끈기와 열정 때문입니다. 토마스 메카시 감독과 마크 러팔로, 마이클 키튼, 레이첼 맥아담스 등 뛰어난 배우들의 앙상블은 단 한순간도 과장되지 않게 현실을 담아냅니다. 아카데미 최우수 작품상과 각본상, IMDb 8.1점의 높은 평점을 받은 이 작품은 단순한 영화가 아닌 우리 사회에 대한 깊은 성찰을 요구합니다. 넷플릭스나 왓챠에서 언제든 만나볼 수 있으니 잠시 시간을 내어 진정한 저널리즘의 가치를 느껴보시길 권합니다. 좋아요와 댓글은 제게 너무 큰 힘이 되니까 한 번씩 부탁드리고 더 많은 사회적 메시지가 담긴 영화 리뷰를 보고 싶다면 구독해주세요. 다음 주에는 또 다른 리뷰로 찾아뵙겠습니다. 알림 설정 잊지 말아주세요. 감사합니다.